Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutation and much love to the Akim out there pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Ash, Great Millstone Tampa, back with another walk and talk. Lord's will is going to be edifying to the hopeful elect. Sheesh, like gold. But, just meditating on. It's like something that one of the elders said this morning, that our sorrow and grief is going to turn into laughter. Something along those lines. And that's what's happening. Right? The tables are being turned, so to say. Because now everybody's starting to weep. Like Isaiah 65 says, my servant shall eat, he shall starve. My servant shall drink, he shall thirst. My servant shall rejoice, and ye shall mourn. So our joy no man can take, because we're joyful, and we rejoice, we laugh when we see the judgments of the Lord come, and when people get judged, we praise the Lord for it. When we see the prophecies, when we see Trump making moves, when we see these other nations coming up against Babylon, when we see people starving and losing their homes, and and more, because a lot of things are happening right now, financially, geopolitical, wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, all these things. People, they don't even want to hear about it. But all we do is watch this all day long. We're looking for these things to pop off. All right, we throughout the day we're sending it back and forth, all right, through these chats, breaking news. There's so much going on. It's like, damn, we need a body to keep up with it all, because you ain't gonna catch it all by yourself. But that's why we got the body to share the breaking news and to do the videos on it, and it's ramping up. So there's no excuse, no reason for you to be down and out. Y'all in the Debbie Downer spirit. The Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, just moping around. You don't see what's going on? You should be rejoicing. As people mourn, right? Or unless you love this world, that's the only reason you would be mourning, because this place is crumbling. I don't want to hear about that. People don't want to hear about what Trump's doing. I thought you voted for him. Hey, what's going on? But hey, that's what we get to laugh. We making jokes, making mockery of all these people, as Proverbs chapter 1 says. And the Lord's gonna mock when your calamity cometh upon you, and the calamities are here. People are hurting out here, can't pay their bills, and these women are through. They starting to realize, shit, I do need a man. Got working 3 jobs, still can't afford, had to move back in with mom and pop, still can't afford bills. Hey, the lifestyles of the rich and famous, trying to live that lifestyle, that shit is catching up to these people. Now they're broke, hell in debt, don't know how to use the system. And the people are idiots. They don't know nothing. But you can't really blame them. It's not taught to them. But oh well, tough luck. You missed out. Now it's too late which actually, you know what? It's not too late for people to use the system, because they're about to do a great reset. All right? And this is the greatest transition of wealth ever. There's going to be the haves and the have-nots. And guess what? The Lord said we're going to have abundance. So we don't give a damn about the system crashing. We cheered on, all right, because it's biblical prophecy at the end of the day. All right, the financial collapse and reset, so they can get the mark of the beast going, because that's ultimately what this is leading to, this whole financial system crashing. And it's thanks to wars too. The wars are helping catalyze, and give momentum to this financial system reset. And people are panicking. But again, we're rejoicing, because we know what's coming. We know that our temptation is coming, and we look forward to it so that we can prove our faith, all right? So we can show the Lord that we truly love him. And that a lot of people are going to be shown to be hypocrites and end up folding, but the elect will be preserved, all right? And the Lord's going to protect his elect. Again, my servant shall eat. The heathen's going to envy us and not be able to do nothing as we have abundance. That's what the Bible says. So if you truly believe that, you should be rejoicing, because the Lord is setting, preparing us for that time where we're going to be leading the believers, all right, the great multitude. And we're going to have to take care of them. And the Lord's going to provide in many different ways. And we're not doomsday prepping. We're not, we ain't doing none of that. Storing up canned goods, which if you want, you can, but we ain't got to do none of that. The Lord is going to provide for us. Don't the Lord feed the fowls of the air? They even got a place to lay their eggs. So we're going to have a bread basket, so to say, of limitless. All right, you're going to the word abundance. We're going to have plenty, more than we need. All right, when you have abundance, you have more than what you need. And that happened during Yahweh Shai's ministry. He would pass the fish and bread around, and they would end up with more than what they started with. So that's the kind of power that's coming. That's the kind of miracles that is coming. The Lord said we're going to do the same works and greater. So why not rejoice in these times? All right. You look at people when you're out and about. These people ain't got no smiles on their face, but we do. These people are, stressed out, popping meds, psychotic meds, like they Skittles, and that still ain't helping them. They can't escape reality. It's starting to set in. That's why nobody's really scoffing at us no more, except for a handful of bug outs. But like people used to roll through, come through or roll by camp and talk shit. And the only time people say something now as they drive by is, throw up the fist, say, hey, shalom. But ain't nobody stopping to talk shit. It's got nothing to say about the signs we got. So, it's happening. Then shall they know a prophet was among them. Then shall know who are my chosen. Okay? It's time for the elect to be made known. The prophets of the Lord are about to get fame in the land. Because we've been said it. We have the gift of faith, and we have the gift of prudence. The Lord has given us the foresight to see beyond, the carnal eye, to see what's coming. Fortune tellers, if you will, which that's what prophets are. We're telling the people their fortune, and unfortunately for them, it's not looking good. But for us, it's going up. We're only going up, literally and metaphorically. Because when the Lord returns, we're going to be called up into the air, all right, to meet the Lord in the clouds, a.k.a. the UFO, the chariots of Israel. The chariots are coming. Why are you not rejoicing? You should wake up praising Yahweh by Shem Yahushai and thanking him. Being grateful that you're able to see these things and believe before they happen. The Lord said, blessed are ye that believe and have not seen. Okay? And we've seen it. We've seen it coming a mile away, as they say. Stop. So, it's our time to win. It's our time to shine and to glorify Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. That's why the Lord's going to do all these things through us, so that we may glorify him. All right? So that his name may be known, that he's our power, and we're his people. All right, because when people start seeing these things, these miraculous works and how we're doing good, and they're not, they're going to inquire. And some will believe, and some will be condemned. Because we're going to tell them how we're doing these things. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, are we able to do these? That's the time we're approaching, because things are getting serious. Trump is moved. The Lord got the spirit on Trump to move quickly. Let's see what happens this week. Shit, maybe Cuba, maybe Colombia, maybe Mexico, maybe Greenland. Who knows? But time will tell, and it will happen. More catalysts are coming. Maybe Iran. He said talking about making airstrikes. Let's see it. Don't just talk about it. See, people don't want to hear this though. Oh, shit. Well, we're here to remind you of it. And we told you that Babylon will be hated. Pursuant to Revelation 17. We told you that a digital financial system would come, linked to everything, digital ID, Internet of Things, Internet of Value, Internet of Bodies, the smart system, the smart grid, 6G. It's all here, and they're expediting this shit now. So any day now, things as you know it will change. Life as you know it's gonna change. All right, wait till they flip that switch and they go on to the new system, digital system. You're gonna either have to comply or you're gonna die. And then this is just the beginning. Wait till they bring the chip out, the hour of temptation. And a lot of people are gonna be scrambling and bugging out. Chiefly these other camps, Israelite camps, that have been scoffing and gainsaying against the truth. They're gonna have to figure it out. They're gonna have to make a choice. Damn, you know what? GMS did say this was the mark of the beast. Should I take it? They're gonna ask their leaders, and their leaders, if they're not sincere, are gonna lead them to the slaughter. All right, the blind lead the blind; they shall both fall in the ditch. But we got the blood off our hands. We warned them. Now it's our turn or time to rejoice as these things happen, because we've already prophesied it all. What else is left? The end time prophecies are here. You can't be a prophet no more. As far as like you just coming in and start, nigga, this shit up. This shit's been happening at this point. The only things left is the destruction of Babylon, the implementation of the mark of the beast, and Yahushua's return. Because the MOTB is already here. There's people already on this earth using it. The system's here set up. All right. War's already begun. So we're just waiting for the hour of temptation. All right. The Lord's return, and then the destruction of Babylon, the deliverance of the elect. So rejoice and be glad as others mourn and weep, because there's going to be gnashing of teeth. There's going to be death in these streets, while the Lord's got us protected, a hedge of angels camped around about them that fear the Lord. 10,000 on one side, 1,000 on the other, but it shall not come nigh unto thee. That's our power going to defend us, and you got to truly believe that and rejoice in it. Like the three holy children, they went into the fire praising the Lord. As should we. So, just stay prayed up. Continue to keep the faith and just believe and just wait patiently on Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai to come through and deliver us, which we're there. So, with that, Lord's will, this is edifying. Going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders, elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation, much love to the elect of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shalom.